headquarters, or the pest control headquarters, and he is going to go really into some crazy detail tonight about the history of bed bugs. Garrett, are you ready?
I am ready. Are you?
Well, yeah, I'm just going to sit here.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They've basically been around since the beginning of time.
Bed bugs?
Yep. I mean, not the very beginning, but it's thought that they originated in the Middle East, where they were living in caves with other humans.
Okay.
So they have found fossilized records dating back more than 3,500 years, and they've found them in archaeological sites and everything.
Bed bugs, huh?
Bed bugs.
Makes sense.
Then, yep. Just kind of some facts, and just kind of think about this timeline as I read it. By 100 AD, they were a well-known presence in Italy. In 600 AD, they were in China. The 1200s, they were in Germany. And the 1400s, they were in France.
Okay.
So, basically 1,500 years it took them to go that far. Then, of course, the early colonists brought the bugs with them to Americas in the 1700s. In the early 1800s, there was writings documenting severe problems with them in both the Canadian and English colonies. In the 20th century, the majority of Americans had seen a bed bug or they had been bitten by one.
In the 20th century? So it was basically the 20th century before people really knew what was up with these things.
Yes and no. They knew they were there and they were a problem, but it just, there was more documentation starting in the early 1900s.
Okay.
And in fact, in the early 1900s, they became one of the top 3 structural pests that they were considered a nuisance.
Okay.
So basically, it's kind of interesting because it took 1,800 years. They were well documented, but then all of a sudden in the 50s, they just kind of drop off the face of the earth.
Okay. So what happened?
The main thing was a chemical called DDT.
And what's that?
What's that?
What is sorry. It's awkward talking to you like this. What's DDT?
It was a chemical that come out in the 50s. It worked very well for bed bugs, roaches, and other insects. What they did was they would do it in a powder or liquid, and they would put it on the beds and around the beds.
Yeah.
And it would stay there for over a year.
Oh. Did it kill other things besides just the bugs, or did it kill humans too?
Well, in 1972, it became illegal to use it because they were afraid it might cause cancer.
Like everything, right? Everything causes cancer.
Right.
Me holding this phone right now is probably causing cancer.
Yeah. Especially if you're in California. But yeah, 1972 it was banned. It was thought it would cause cancer, and it apparently wasn't very good for the environment. I have not read or seen any studies that they've recently done, but I'm sure they're out there.
Okay.
So after 1972, basically it only took them 20 years to be back in full force of what they were before the 1950s.
Okay. So what happened?
But the chemical treatments became not as effective, and then they've grown resistant to a lot of the modern chemicals.
Yep. Kind of sounds familiar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I thought, it was kind of interesting because it was 1,800 years it took to get them worldwide, but then it only took them 20 years, and most of that is due because of how much we travel now.
Yes. I mean, this is my 4th hotel room in 5 days. If anyone's carrying bugs in this family, it's me.
So, and that just we just wanted to give a few tips on when you are traveling of what kind of the do's and don'ts.
I can show you in a hotel room. Since we're here. I can show them in a hotel room since I'm in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of a mess. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm nervous. Okay. What do you got?
Okay, so don't put your luggage on the bed.
Notice my bed, clean, no luggage on the bed.
Yep. Excuse me. Yep. Just store everything away from the bed. Don't throw your clothes on there. When you get there, just kind of check over the bed. You'll see them if they are there.
So what do you do? And this is, so this is me. So what would you do on okay, so here's a bed, right?
Yep.
So what would you do to check the bed over? Can you walk me through this process?
Usually what I do is just pull the sheets up on the kind of the head end of the bed.
Okay.
And then,
so up here, you'd pull the sheets back.
Yep.
I'm out of hands, so I can't pull them back.
That's fine. Then I always just kind of look in the crevices of the mattress, and if there's anything there, it usually shows up there. So.
Okay, so crevices of mattress. Here, let me try and set this up so I can actually look in these crevices. Okay. So, would you consider, now you have to look at this too. So, here, let's pull these. So would this be the crevices like here?
No, pull the sheets off. You want just the mattress
Okay.
showing.
Oh, even this thing. Ooh, that's kind of dirty. Ooh, I didn't do this. Okay, here we are. We're down in the mattress.
Okay, so like along the seams,
Let's get this.
you just kind of look in there.
Like here? I don't know if everyone can see this.
Just kind of flip them over a little bit, the seam part, and
Okay, so I'm looking in the seams, looking for bugs. I see nothing. Is that a good sign?
yeah, it's a good sign.
No bugs in the seams, people. This is good. Anything else?
No, that's going to be the main spots, and you can do that all around the bed if you want.
Okay.
We don't have to for time purposes here. Most of the hotels now, the headboard is bolted onto the wall.
Like
so you
this
can't
one?
lift them.
This one is I think, bolt. Ooh, this one is not bolted. You see how that kind of comes up? Whoop. Kind of comes up, hopefully. So you can see that is not bolted. So what does that mean if it's not bolted, Garrett? What does that mean?
Well, it's best if there's two people.
Okay.
You just lift them off, and then you can look in the crevices behind
So you
the
can
headboard.
so what you would do, sorry Garrett, you're going down, you're getting put down again. So what you'd do is you'd pick up this side and then you put someone on that other side of the bed and you'd lift up the headboard and then you could look for bed bugs or what else, or any remnants of bed bugs right on the bed.
Yeah, if there's any remnants, usually their droppings will kind of look like pepper.
Pepper. So pepper poop.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, so I haven't been to a hotel room in, how long? 10 years that we haven't done that in. So it's kind of funny because I would have never thought to do that before. So there's a lot of things that you'll notice that once keep everything off of the bed. Put it as far away from the bed as possible. So those little racks where you keep your suitcases? Just put your suitcase on there. It's pretty easy. So, and I spend a lot of time in hotel rooms, so it's kind of, it's important for me to not bring bed bugs home.
Exactly. And when you do get home, wash all your clothes or put them through a dryer cycle, because that'll kill all life stages. And then just kind of keep your suitcase separate and stored away. So.
Yep. Do you have any other traveling tips for bed bug prevention?
Not really. That's the main thing. Is just keeping away from the beds. And when you get home, go right to the washroom.
Right to with your clothes from the. Sorry, we're moving. We're en route again. With your clothes from your trip, everything goes to the washer or what?
Yep, if possible.
Okay.
You never know if something crawled in there, because even though you're keeping it separate from the bed, they do.
Right.
They can move. So.
Okay, I like it. Any other tips for traveling?
No.